Hi there, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, amazing one joining me from across the globe. I just stopped by briefly to find out how you're doing, to ensure you're strong, you're healthy, keeping fit. Above all, you're still motivated to live and make a difference in life with such unprecedented times. Apologies, I've got my glasses on. It's quite sunny. If I don't have my glasses on, then the sun is going to come to my eyes and I'll constantly be blinking. I hope you're doing amazing. I can't see whoever is joining me, but I appreciate you and welcome on board. I just stopped by briefly to say hello to you, find out how you're doing, to give you a word or two of inspiration. That's the very reason for which I live. And how are you going on in this wonderful, incredible, unprecedented, and I think times of wisdom, immense wisdom, immense lessons to be learned, and a moment of great personal development. I just thought I'll stop by and talk about staying motivated and productive. Staying motivated and productive with each new day you are opportune and blessed to live. How do you stay motivated? How do you stay driven? You still have the desire to work, to impact lives, to make a difference, to do the things that you used to love doing. How do you stay motivated? How do you remain productive during this time? Maybe you work for yourself, or maybe you are someone who is so used to working around the boss that they will have to give you instructions, 24/7. And if they don't say well done or acknowledge your work, approve your work, you don't feel productive. Are you one of those types? Or you're the kind of person that you really know what makes you, energetic, what makes you love life, what makes you give your best, and what makes you truly fulfilled and happy. First of all, to be motivated, you must know why you're really living. Why are you here? Why are you still alive today? Despite all the challenges, the death rates, all that's going on in the world. I mean, even before this incident, people still died. Do you know suicide is one of the greatest, causes of death in the UK, worldwide as well? Every 20 seconds, it is estimated in 2020, someone will be taking away their life due to suicide. And currently, it's every 40 seconds. Do you know what that means? Every 40 seconds. So it's always been like that. But you are privileged to still live. You are still living. Why are you living? Why are you living? What's the reason behind your existence? You are not just meant to exist. You are meant to live life fully, to make a difference, to leave your marks on planet Earth and leave a legacy when you leave planet Earth. Are you doing just that? So the very essence of life itself should motivate you, because the fact that you are opportune, you are blessed, you and I did nothing. Forget it. I'm very healthy. You are healthy. I'm very positive. I'm very optimistic. Of course, it helps me to expand, my life, to make me more healthy. But that's not the reason why I'm alive. I'm alive because my Creator chose to leave me on earth, because He still has a mandate that I fulfilled. He still has a mandate for you. We do everything to be healthy. That's more for us, so we can preserve this vessel of ours that is merely a vessel to be used to fulfill our purposes on earth. This vessel is simply, what is being used, such that my gifts from the divine, my spiritual gifts, can be, channeled into earth and impact humans, because I must be humans. I must have the five senses to be able to interact, to engage with humans and impact them through my spiritual gifts. Because as much as we are spiritual beings, we are human beings. We live on a physical earth. So as much as I keep this vessel great, wonderful, if there was no longer any use for this vessel, then the vessel might as well be gone. So it's a huge privilege that I am alive, that you are alive, and it should motivate you to want to live, to want to give your very best, because you are blessed to be alive. You are privileged to be alive. Yes, you might have lost loved ones. I've lost my parents. They are all gone. I've lost incredible loved ones. I was like so close to my dad. I was called daddy's handbag. You know what that means? He couldn't go anywhere literally without me. I would sometimes go to my dad's office after school I'm working while he's working. I was so close to daddy. I've always been daddy's little girl, but I lost my dad. I've lost my mom. I've lost siblings. I'm so privileged to still be alive. I'm so privileged to let their legacy live in me. The love they taught me, the qualities they taught me, the ethics, the respect. I'm so blessed to be able to live that fully with every single day I'm opportune to live. So the fact that you are alive should be a huge motivation to wake up from your bed smiling. Come on, wake up with some list of gratitude. I'm thankful for the gift of life. I'm thankful for a brand new day. I'm thankful for the 16th of April 2020. You know, you can't keep looking at what you don't have. You become so ungrateful that you fail to even acknowledge or recognize what you already have. It's like having a glass full of water and half glass of water. You have water. Some people have an empty glass. There is no water for them. And yet you are looking at the space that has no water. You are looking at the part of the glass that is empty. How ungrateful. I think this is a time when we have to change the narrative. We have to change our attitude of that of always complaining, of that of always looking at what we don't have, at that of always looking at what we have lost, to what we have gained. To what we have gained in life, to what each new day has brought to you and me. You might have lost loved ones. We will still love loved ones, But would you have wanted to take the place of those loved ones and die instead of them dying? Honestly, tell me. Would you want to exchange someone's death with yours? I really don't think so. I really don't think so. And most probably they have fulfilled their purpose of coming on earth, of coming to earth. Jesus died at a very young age. He fulfilled his purpose. One of the greatest ones, who ever lived, who fulfilled their purpose. So it's not how long we live. It is how well we live, how impactful our life is, how purposeful our life is. You want to wake up every single day. The fact that you get up. There is no drug in the market as a medical professional that will make you wake up from sleep. There are drugs to make you go to bed. There are drugs to sedate you. There is no drug when you're gone to rise you from the dead. Only Jesus does that. Only God does that through his miraculous powers, through, his ambassadors, his ministers. No medicine can do that. So it's such an honor that we can wake up every single day. Could we just be grateful for that? Could that be a reason why you will wake up from that bed choosing happiness, choosing joy, choosing to have a productive day, choosing to make an impact in someone's life rather than complaining, rather than being ungrateful? So what is your motive? What motivates you during this time? You can't wake up every single day and the first thing you think of is turning on the news. I think, sorry to say that, but that's quite pathetic. That's quite pathetic. To think about it, I'm given the chance to live again. I don't even wake up and smell, the fresh air. As I inhale that wonderful air, my lungs are working, and I just say, thank you, Lord, for another beautiful day that I don't deserve. I immediately jump off that bed. I take my phone, I scroll, I go to the news. I want to know the latest of how many people are dead. How can dead really, really motivate you? Except you look at the lives of those who have died. If they lived a wonderful life, if they left a legacy around, that's what it's called, legacy, then you need to be motivated. You need to be motivated because you have to take on the legacy. You have to continue in their absence. In other words, they've passed on the baton of leadership to you, and you need to carry on that baton and pass it on when you are gone. So in that case, you are motivated. That's the only time when death can motivate you, through the positives of the lives of those who have died. And that's why it's so important that you live your life so positively. You live your life so impactful that every single day you live, as you live in the present, whatever memories you leave behind will be good memories. So when your time finally comes, you have absolutely no regrets. Have you ever taken note of the fact that when people die, we say rest in perfect peace? How peaceful could that be? They are resting. I believe my parents are resting. They are resting in the Lord. No more stress, no more turbulence, no more virus, no more might I die of prostate cancer, no more cancer, no more headaches. They're finally resting. They are finally resting. Some of us have had family members who are so sick, who are so frail, who are so unwell, that because of our own selfish needs, we just want to know that they are still living, because maybe we are not capable of really dealing with death well. Even though they are suffering, they are in great pain, they are bitter, they are tired, they are weary. We still just want to know that they are alive. That's so selfish. I remember in the final days before my dad died, I was in Italy. He died in Cameroon, my beloved nation where I come from originally. When I spoke to Dad on the phone, we were always praying for him. We had so much faith. Dad, you're going to get well. Dad, you're going to be fine. And my dad said once to me, he used to call me Mama. I'm named after his mother. Mama, sometimes when you pray, also always ask if it's God's will that I go and rest. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. You know, all the medicines they've given me, he went through chemotherapy. It wasn't working again because he relapsed. He said, could you also ask God if it's his will that I go and rest? What a difficult prayer. But what a selfless prayer. It's not about me. He knows that he's giving us the best of life. He's giving us all that he could have ever given. He's taught us what is meant or what it means to love and love unconditionally. And he's confident that we can go on loving our children, our spouses, our world in that unconditional manner. He's confident that he's done what he was called to do on earth. And now he believes that rather than stay there, he cannot even impact us anymore because he's in so much pain. Sometimes he can't even speak. Rather than stay there for us to just know that Dad is still alive. I remember sometimes when I pick up the phone call from Cameroon, I'm so worried. You know, my heart is kind of beating fast. Is it the bad news? Until Dad finally went to rest. And from that day, it dawned on me that I've been praying a selfish prayer. Dad is in so much pain. I am in Italy. I don't go back to Cameroon quite often. How often do I really speak to Dad? Sometimes I call Dad cannot even speak because he needs to rest. And sometimes because of our own selfish reasons as well. I'm like, please, I want to talk to my dad. Please, I miss Dad. You know, especially in those final moments when we knew that things were turning quite, worse. It was going really bad. Everybody wanted to speak to him. The phone calls were coming from abroad. And we were like, please let Dad talk to me. Nobody thought about him. Dad may just need to rest. Dad's so tired and frail. And when Dad said that, if it's God's will, Mama, pray that he takes me and I go and rest. And I began to understand that God's will is the best. Even when we lose someone, we never lose the memories we've shared with them. We never lose the experiences we've had with them. Those experiences will live forever in our hearts, in our beings, in our very essence. I began to understand that what I need is not really Dad being there physically on earth. Even though I could not talk to him, he's in pain. It's just amazing experiences. It's that assurance knowing that when things are tough for Sylvia could always go back and say, Daddy, and Daddy will be there. Mom, I believe in you. I know you can do this. But guess what? Dad's voice is always in me. That small, still voice of Dad. Because I know him so well. It's like in the Bible, there's a verse that says, I know my sheep and my sheep know me. They know my voice. When I call, they answer me. I know Dad's voice so distinctly. In a challenging situation, Dad does not need to be alive. Dad has impacted me. Dad lives in me. He runs in me, of course. His DNA is part of my DNA. So he's so alive. So what I want to encourage you, make the best. Be motivated to live life. Be motivated to experience life to the fullest. To experience every relationship you have. Especially in this time when you are forced to stay with those people who really matter in your life. In your home. With the loved ones you have now. You may have extended family in this lockdown now. You can't see them. You can still speak with them. You can still speak with them. The experiences you have with people are not necessarily experiences that come from your physical presence or, your physical encounter with them. I have some mentors I've never met. They've mentored me online, on phone, but they've impacted my life tremendously. So stay in touch with loved ones. Build the experiences now. Be motivated to live life fully, to create the experiences you want, the legacy you want. So when you are gone, the memories that you want, about you to be left behind, you need to create them in your daily life. You need to create them right now. And that should motivate you to wake up every day from that bed with a different perspective, with a different vision of life, looking at that which you can do, that which you must do to make this day a little bit different, a little bit better than you met it. It's all our responsibility to step into our world and make it a little bit better than we met it. It's not our responsibility to complain that people have ruined the world. It's our responsibility to bring the change that we want. It's not our responsibility that people have made the world become so dark. It's our responsibility to go and shine our light out there in the dark places of the world, so they might know light because we once existed. They might know light because you and I once lived on planet Earth, and our light radiated wherever we went. Would you actually let that drive you every single morning you wake up from sleep? Because you are really privileged. You are really blessed to be alive. I keep fit. I eat healthy. I am one of the most healthy people you can imagine on earth. I'm one of the most positive people you can imagine on planet earth. I really cannot stand negativity. If any of my friends, anyone I've had in the past, we're so negative, then we don't have anything in common anymore. Thank God I don't have friends who are negative. But my life has become so much that it's like once you've walked in the light, you can never want to walk in the darkness anymore. If you've not known the light yet, you will still stay in the darkness, thinking that that's how life is, thinking that that's the norm of life. After all, life is full of challenges and darkness because you've never known the light. You cannot, after knowing the light, experiencing it. Just sitting out there and let the light, the rays, beat on your body. Feel your body, your face with light, with energy, with love. And then you want to ever, once again, choose the darkness. You cannot. You cannot condemn the darkness also, because you know that light and darkness have nothing in common. Even darkness has its place. Even darkness has its purpose. But you know that as a light, your purpose is to shine and shine fully wherever you are, wherever you go. Not because you love people or people love you, but because your very essence is light. Does it motivate you when you wake up knowing you're the light to the world? Imagine the sun. The sun knows its impact, its power. When it's summer in the lives of people, can you imagine how excited the sun feels to shine during summer? Once again, I am back to make a difference, to let people feel my presence, my power, to know how powerful, how warm, how loving, how awesome I am. Can you imagine? It cannot wait to have the opportunity to shine again. When you know that, you look at each single morning differently. What virus, what illness, whatever, that's not your problem. You are the light. You must be compassionate. Yeah, don't get me wrong. When I say it's not your problem, you must not stop being compassionate. You must not stop being empathetic. That's one of the reasons, for shining as a light. It's like being a light. Darkness is not your problem. Absolutely no. Because you know that wherever you come in, you step in, darkness is gone. Darkness cannot dwell in your presence. So you use your light as much as you can to step into those dark places of the world and change them and bring light and live a ray of light and make people feel what it means living in the light. So they desire light. Then they ask you to teach them, or maybe that they want to walk into the light. Then you reveal their own light to them. Then they start shining. Then you have more light and they go about waking up enthusiastically as well, passionately, motivated in the morning because they know that they are lights to the world now as well. They no longer live in darkness, and they must shine. Just like you shine, you have been shining in their lives. They want to shine in other people's lives. So that should motivate you. Your purpose, your why. Why are you on earth? You were not placed on earth to complain every single morning. You were never placed on earth to get up every single morning and follow the latest update by journalists, negative, pessimistic journalists who know nothing about positivity, by people who dwell in darkness, which all they bring once they are present is darkness. All they bring when they open their mouth to speak is negativity, is fear, is pain, is despair. That's not why you were born. That's not why you are blessed and opportune to live every single day. There is far more greater purpose for you to fulfill. Your purpose should motivate you. If you don't know your purpose, in a time like this, I encourage you. I do a lot of personal development works. Reach out to me. There are lots of personal development works out there online. Most probably you want to meet people who can talk to you. You want to do it on video so you can really see them and, feel their presence and be impacted. This is a time when it's a must for you to understand why you exist. Because the very reason why you exist is called the motive. The motive. And that's where the word motivation comes from. When you know the very reason, the very why you live on earth, every single day you are super motivated to rise up and your day must be productive. Productivity is the fulfillment of an assignment, the fulfillment of, a purpose, of a goal. Your goal for being on earth, your goal for living on the 16th of April 2020, your goal for, having the people you have around you to work with, to touch, to impact lives. Your purpose is the reason why you live. Nothing else can motivate you better than your reason. Your purpose is super grand. It's super big. It's a powerful force. It's a powerful force. It literally knocks down every negativity, every obstacle along your way. I love this law of inertia that says an object is a physics law. An object that is static will remain static until an external force causes it to move, while an object that is in motion will continue to move at that same, speed and towards that same direction until an external force causes it to stop or change direction. What's that force? We cannot rely on the external force too often. That force can come from you. That force is the intrinsic motivation, your intrinsic why, the reason, the very desire within you to live. The very reason you will fight to take your last breath on earth and not give up. The very reason why if someone wants to suffocate you, you will fight until you have no more strength to fight, because you have a reason to live. You have a purpose. It's far bigger than your physical body. It's a strong force. It is in alignment with God himself, with the divine himself. So his force, because when you are working on purpose, your plans are in alignment with his master plan for you. And there is so much force, there is so much energy coming directly from the divine, from the universe. It's like the force of gravity. Whether I agree with the force of gravity or not, if I throw anything down, it's gonna go down. If I jump, say I believe in the mighty God, I'm not going to go down. I will go down. There is a powerful force that pushes you down. That force of motivation when you are in alignment with your purpose, the very reason for which you were created and born, which is in alignment with the divine purpose. His external force, a transcendent energy that surpasses your own comprehension and every human comprehension falls upon you. And when you are static, is that external force, is that divine force that will cause you to move, because you are in tune with that force. You are in alignment with that force because you are working in accordance. You are working in accordance with your purpose of existence, with your purpose for which that force created you and placed on planet Earth, that you should impact lives. So when you actually are in that communication, you are actually in that alignment, you rise up in the morning. Oh, come on. It's like, wow. Welcome, my daughter. I've got something exciting for you today to do. I've got work, Sylvia. I want you to go give this message. I want you to go touch someone. You know, a lot of people are so negative. A lot of people are so down. They are all doomed. They are all living in despair. My daughter, come on. You have my energy. You have that transcendent power. Even when I feel like sleeping again, the force is so powerful. Like we said in that law of inertia, a static object. There am I static, sleeping on my bed, and it's 6 a.m. or maybe 7. I need to do a live video to keep fit. And a lot of people have been blessed. Some are writing to me, some are texting me. They can't follow online. They follow later on. Some ask me to send a WhatsApp video. Some ask me to send it to them through Messenger. It's just incredible. Something I just started, for fun, just to encourage people, because I normally exercise. So I can't sleep there. That force is so powerful. He's like, come on, get off that bed, Sylvia. That force comes and hits that static object that's lying on that bed. Wake up. It's 6:30, 6 o'clock. Get up from that bed. Your well needs you, Sylvia. I've put so much energy in you, so much gifts in you for you to share. And if I'm about to lie back, the force is so big. It's just talking to my mind, and it's just being magnified. My mind magnifies it. Soon I'm seeing images in my mind. I can't sleep anymore. The images are so lucid. They are so bright. Hey, come on, Sylvia. And I'm off there. And that external force causes you to keep going. Okay? Once you move, you keep going. If you're actually slow, maybe you just do something, 2 things a day, and for you, you've really done it. Or maybe you just do some sports for 5 minutes a day and wow, I've done the best. So you keep going at your pace until an external force again causes you to go faster. You keep going at your direction of movement. Let's say you're going even to the wrong direction. You keep going until an external force causes you to stop. Like right now, the COVID has caused us, all of us, it's caused all of us to stop. The direction of flow, our normal business activities. At this time, I'll normally be in the office, maybe meetings, maybe running on events. We've been obliged by an external force. But you cannot let external forces, that's crisis. So you'll be reacting. When you let the divine, the transcendent power of your creation guide and push you and order your steps. That's why it says, God will order your steps. You need to move anyway. He's going to order them in the right direction. When you let that divine force, that power, you can't rely on yourself. My greatest strength doesn't come from me. It doesn't come from me. I'm only human. I'm so limited. What do I even know? What do I understand? You see how limited we are. All the great scientists, medics, we can't even understand a small virus. Very tiny. We can't even see it with our naked eyes. We need a microscope to be able to see that. We cannot even begin to decipher how this virus is made, how it affects us, how it infects us. That's how limited we are. That's how limited. It says our wisdom sometimes is like the foolishness of God. Or is it? Yeah. When we think we are so wise, that's foolishness to him. Like right now, something as tiny as that. Imagine how complex we are. Complex beings like you and myself, that we sometimes don't even understand how our mind works. If we cannot even understand a tiny virus, how could we understand such a complex being? It takes the grace of the divine You must be in tune. You must meditate. You must pray. If you don't believe in a spiritual being, I'm sorry. In times like this, mark my words, only spiritual beings will really thrive. I mean thrive. I don't mean those things that people see you like you are doing excellent. You might see some people and think they are living a great life. We've seen that. After a while, they commit suicide. They list pressure. They're taking away their life. Some people you think are millionaires. They live in the best mansions. They have the best cars. They have the best careers. They have the most camped children. The most, qualified children who have all the PhDs in the world and all the great jobs in all, I don't know. We think the life is the best. We think that's what success is. But look deep down, they are empty. They are empty. Some of them take away their lives. If you must live to actually make a difference, if you must live a productive life, there are three things that must happen. Fulfillment is inevitable. Peace, a sense of rest, is inevitable. And joy is inevitable. Peace, fulfillment, and joy, inevitable. Inevitable. You cannot live a productive life and not be fulfilled. Excuse me. You cannot live a productive life and not have peace. You cannot live a productive life, a purposeful life, and not feel joyful and not be super happy and blessed. Happiness is not like there will not be challenges, but you just know that, hey, the very reason for which I was born and placed on earth is being made manifest and fulfilled every single day I live. You are like, wow, I did it again today. I just lived my purpose. I just made a difference. I just grew further. I just became a better person. I just got more connected with the divine. I just got more inclined and in tune to hear him speak to me. I could literally hear the pat on my back. Well done, amazing daughter of mine. You did excellent. Like a little child, we yearn the approval of a parent. My daughter sometimes, the last one, 4 years old, she'll do something. We give a lot of praises in our home. A lot. Well done, love you, hugs, and all of that. That's how we live. And she'll do something great, and then she shows me. I'm not sure. I might forget to say well done. I will hardly forget. Or maybe not that. Another person, the big sister, has come and shown me something. Oh, well done, Latoya. And then I've said well done to the big brother. And then maybe she's not even shown me something yet. Or she's still doing it. And she says, Mommy, look at mine. If I dare not say well done, if I dare not say, oh, awesome, you are the best, she'll be like, Mom, you didn't say mine is good. It's not sufficient to say it's good. She needs that approval. So like that child, it's the same thing. When I say, oh, you are the best, you are excellent, you are super, you are mommy's princess, you are the best baby in the world, and I hug her, she's like, yeah, she's so joyful, she's so happy. It's just the same thing if you are creator, your father, I believe, we have a bigger creator who is our father. When he comes to me and says, oh, well done, Sylvia, you are simply the best. You're just the apple of my eyes. You just made me proud again on this day. You just impacted another life. You just served on earth. You just made me really proud because you actually made people know that my product is authentic. Because you are my brand, Sylvia. You make people understand that when I say joy, joy comes from the Lord. You represent joy in you, in your every smile. Like when people see you, they say you smile a lot. I'm sorry, the sun is coming to my eyes. I can't get this. Your every smile reflects a bit of me. I'm super proud of you. Well done, daughter. Keep up. Wow, how awesome is that? How awesome. It doesn't matter what anyone tells you. It's like if my other children should tell my daughter, Destiny, the little one, your drawing is not good enough, Destiny. Oh, that's not nice. Mothers who want to really just make them feel really great, even when they draw something that's not really the best. So her siblings might be honest and say, Destiny, I don't think that's nice. It would be nice. She might come to me crying. And when I smile and say, don't mind, sweetheart, you are the best. Your drawing is simply the best. No one draws like you, you know. At your age, they couldn't draw like you. You are super awesome. High five. I give her a hug and a kiss. Guess what? Nothing that anyone else says matters. Nothing. The disapproval of her siblings do not matter. That's exactly what true joy and fulfillment is. It's not to please people. Some people will listen to this message. It will not actually resonate. It will not mean anything to them. Oh, what's purpose? Or there's no meaning in life. Or what's she talking about? It, God and all that. It will have no meaning. Hey, but guess what? That's not my business. I came to serve my Father. I came to make him proud. And I can feel him tapping me and say, well done, daughter. You did it. Thumbs up. That's what is important. That's what brings you real joy. That at the end of it all, whether millions are dying, it says 10,000 shall fall by your side, 1,000 by your right. Nothing shall come close to you. You will still be happy. You will not mourn and grieve forever because 10,000 are falling by your side and 1,000 by your right. You are still living for a purpose. You've not fulfilled your purpose. And your purpose, being fulfilled, must bring you joy. So I want to round up asking you this. And just talking about that, I remember as well about what really matters is you fulfilling your purpose and you have that sense of joy because you know that, wow, the very reason for which I was created has just been fulfilled. I've just lived a purposeful life. I've just served someone. I've just impacted a life. I've just put a smile on someone's face. I've just given someone else hope today. I've just given someone else the reason to live. Wake up every morning being positive, looking at life differently, not to be focused about death, COVID, this, that. Not to be fearful that I'm going to be infected. Hey, there are things you cannot control. Let go. You have no control over. You will be actually accountable for the things you have control over. It's like you're working in your office. Your boss has given you a task to do. Maybe complete this Excel sheet. And they have given Jane, your colleague, another task to do. Do this PowerPoint slide. The PowerPoint slide is none of your business. It's not your task. At the end of the day, your employer, your boss will come and judge you or will come and, kind of appraise you based on the task you were given. Did you complete the Excel sheet? Yeah, I did. Thank you. Well done. Don't look at the PowerPoint. You can deal with it. You don't understand it. That's not your business. So I remember when I was younger, as I was saying, my dad, as I said, I was daddy's girl. Daddy really, really loved me. People said I was spoiled. I don't think I was spoiled. I would describe it as being loved unconditionally, as having mercy, receiving favor when I didn't deserve it. I'm so aware. And that's why I can love people unconditionally. That's why I can love people who don't deserve it. Because to whom much is given, much is expected. I know that a lot was given to me growing up, and even still now by my Heavenly Father, that I don't deserve it. Just put me anywhere. I just speak. And truly impact lives. It's a gift. Yeah, I do some things to develop it because I work on myself and I work on my spiritual development because I'm constantly in tune with God and He can speak directly through me. So the channel is clear for Him to speak and I hear His voice and I can speak out. But apart from that, I don't do nothing. Nothing, honestly. It is a gift. Wake me up at night. Sylvia, go deliver a talk. Anything on personal development. Anything even. If I don't know about the subject, I might need to read about it. I just need to read about it. And I'm ready to go. Will I take that as a credit upon me? I don't think so. It's a gift. My Heavenly Father created me and just placed that gift in me. Sylvia, I know you're so courageous. I know you will say it as it comes. I know you won't look at people in the face. I know you won't bother what they think. You will just say it. And I remember when He called me, there was one thing He told me: be strong and courageous. I will never leave you nor forsake you. All He needs from me is strength and courage, because I need you to preach this word. I need you to say it as it is, wherever you go, wherever you are. To believers, unbelievers, atheists, Muslim, Christians, whoever they are, I need you to say it authentically as I reveal it to you. And guess what? I've got the courage to do that. So like I said, people were saying Sylvia is so spoiled because Daddy loves me. Is that being spoiled? Absolutely no. People say I spoil my children. Absolutely no. I believe spoil is giving someone anything they want. I don't give my children anything they want if it's going to damage them. I give them unconditional love. I love them even when they don't deserve it. Even when they're wrong, they go wrong, I'm there to embrace them. There is nothing that they can do that they know that is too big for mommy to forgive them. It's too big to make mommy ashamed of them. I can never be ashamed of my children. So I just think that's what I received. And because I received so much unconditional love from my dad, my mom, as of my mom loved me even when I was wrong or right. My dad was even being a bit more strict. My mom just loved me. He could just let me do anything, in quotes. You know, we had some great ethics. So I've received love, so much love. Even my siblings. My siblings love me. I was everyone's little. My brother is in Bradford. He still calls me, baby sis. I love being a baby. I've always been everyone's baby. So it's like, when my siblings, because I was the last for a long time, they tried to correct me because they had to be strict on me, Parents are less strict with the last. And they tried to correct me and maybe criticize me so strongly sometimes. I get upset. All that happens when I go by my dad and he says, Sylvia, you are the best. You're my number one. You're the most intelligent. You're the brightest. Hey, look at me. That's enough. I just hug dad. I'm just under daddy's arms. I'm just cool. I just look at my siblings sometimes and give a cheeky smile. All that matters is dad's approval. All that matters is dad's confirmation, saying that it's okay. I approve of you. So that's what I want to tell you. And it gives me that huge sense of what? Of satisfaction. Of course, not for doing the wrong thing. That will never say that when I do something wrong. So all that matters is you giving that acknowledgement, getting that acknowledgement from the one who sent you, from the one who created you and gave you that gift. People will criticize you, whatever you do. It's very okay. Super okay. Some people will criticize these videos. Some will say, why has she got glasses on? Why is she that? Is she that? None of my business. My business here is to serve. And I'm serving joyfully from my heart, from the abundance of my heart, of my gifts, to pour out and touch you and impact your life. And I hope it blesses you. I've got a roll call coming up. I'm going to take it later on. So again, before I round up, as I was saying, 3 key things. If you are living a life of purpose, that will keep you motivated and show that and makes you understand that your life is so productive. Fulfillment, joy, and peace. You are at so much peace. You don't even need to respond to critics because there is so much peace within you. You are so convicted in your spirit, with the divine, that you've done what is right. You are not here to please people. You are not here to get people's approval. You are not here to get their judgment or whatever. You are here to serve your full gift to them. You are here to serve all that you've been given. What they are asking from you, you might not be gifted in that area. And that's not you. And they can't get that from you. It's like asking the eye to eat. Hey, come on. How does the eye start responding to critics that say the eyes cannot even eat? People making those critics are so ignorant of the purpose of the eyes. It's the same way. When you know your purpose, it motivates you to wake up from bed and live fully. And if people criticize you for living your purpose just as you are, even when people are crying, you are still jumping like myself and smiling. You are still positive. You are still optimistic. And some come and say, hey, I think because she hasn't got this, she hasn't seen that. No, 2 people can go through exactly the same situation in life and come out differently. I know some people who've lost loved ones. They are still grieving today. They've never had closure. There are not the things you go through in life that determine how you respond, who you become. It is who you are that will determine how you navigate through life and whatever your responses are. So you shouldn't be bothered. It's about fulfillment, inner peace, and joy. Then you know that your day has been truly productive. You know that you've not been living the life of others. You know that you've not been living to do what others want you to do what society wants you to do what your spouse wants you to do what your children, as much as you're a parent, you've got other gifts and purposes to fulfill on earth. Being a parent is just one of those gifts. It's just one of those, assignments that you have on earth. And you'll be held accountable for every assignment. Like I was saying about that boss before, if your boss asks you to do an Excel sheet, to do a Word document, and then to write maybe an article, you'll be held responsible for those three things. You'll be accountable for those three things. At the end of a productive day, your boss will expect you to hand over all those things that you've produced. Then you've been productive. So God will never ask you for what he's not giving you. When people look at you and they want to compare you with others, they have no clue of your purpose. It's revealed to you through the inclination of your desires, of your passion, of what ignites you, of what makes you tick, of what makes you really joyful, of what, when somebody says that, gives you a leap of joy or hope again. Alas, there is something I can do. There is something I can live for. What's that thing? What's that thing when you think of? Even if you are alone, it brings a smile to your face. What's that thing when you think of? You desire it so badly. You desire it with each new day. You want to have it at all costs. You wish you had it. You think that unless you have that, then you will not be fulfilled. Your life will not be fulfilled. Don't get me wrong. They cannot be material things. Absolutely no. Absolutely no. They are more than material things. Material things are just vanities. They will never bring you fulfillment. Get all the vanities. Get all the material stuff. You still find the void there. Fulfillment is different. It's so different. It's so powerful. It's so overwhelming. It takes over everything around you. Everything around you. It makes you want to do more. Because you understand that when you serve, you're not doing others a favor. You know the feeling of joy. Hey, I am so joyful. It's not you, it's me. Because I'm serving. The joy is mine to experience. Even though I'm adding joy or, impacting others, I'm super fulfilled. It's like when I'm hungry, I eat, I get full. It's not you. You're not doing me a favor. When I eat, I'm doing myself a huge favor. I get full. I get fulfilled. I get satisfied from serving you. That's the indication. Whatever it is you're doing, if you have to know that is your purpose, you are fully productive. Joy, peace, and fulfillment must be there. It doesn't matter what that is. It could be even cleaning someone's house. If you don't have that feeling of joy, peace, and fulfillment, you have that of exhaustion, tiredness. You're worn out. Now, something is wrong. You're not being productive. You're giving out of what you don't have. You're giving from an empty cup. You can't give anything from an empty cup. It is empty. Finally, people will squash and eventually break the cup. Your vessel is going to be damaged. You need to feel that fulfillment. God bless you all. And thank you all for joining me. You've been watching and listening to the wonderful, inspirational Dr. Sylvia Forchap-Likambi, the most optimistic human on planet Earth, and inspirational human on planet Earth. I live and breathe optimism. It is my very air. Every air that goes through my nostrils, it literally translates itself to I am life, I am joy, I am peace. I am the reason you live. I am the reason you must fight. I am the reason you must conquer. I don't even want to say conquer because, there are some armies that are already, they are victors. They just walk in, there's ease, the battle is already won before it's ever fought. So I wish you a wonderful day. If you need any support, all of my programs now are online. We started an incredible Gateway to Resilience program yesterday via Zoom. Wonderful, wonderful. It's already booked, completely booked now. We have the right amount of numbers. Unfortunately, some people could not join yesterday. We'll be having it every Wednesday. It's powerful. The feedback so far have been incredible. With me, you could never predict. You could never predict. I'm very unpredictable in a very positive way. In a very positive way. I mean, some people say me now, I've literally become like an instructor, a fitness instructor. And my cousin and also a friend of ours was saying, I think this is a time when we don't need to ask Sylvia that what else can you do? What exactly is it, Sylvia, that you can do? Because you seem to be able to do everything. I'm so unpredictable, and that's the goodness about life. We are so multidimensional. We are so gifted. When you use one gift, it's like you have a muscle. If you don't use it, that muscle becomes inactive. The muscle does not develop. All of us have the ability to build muscles, biceps, triceps, six-packs. But guess what? We leave it dormant. We don't use it. We don't exercise those muscles. We can never put that six-pack. The more we use, the more is given to us. The more the muscles come up, the more they grow. The more of your gifts you use. Because imagine I'm giving a cup that's full and I go pour it out today. It's empty. I can take more. If I was meant to distribute orange juice today, and I distributed it so well, and everyone who got that orange juice is so full and satisfied, and they said, wow, and Sylvia distributed it with a lot of smile on her face. Come on, sweetheart, come on. Yeah, she can come. Her big sister was saying she shouldn't come. It's okay, sweetheart, come on. Come to my video. I'm a mom. That's one of my greatest calling. So, I think they finished their school now. She was working with dad. Come and say hello to mommy's friends. Don't touch my screen. It's that little kitty baby. Who is that? What do you say?
Hi.
Do you want to tell them you love them?
Yeah.
Okay, say it.
I love ya.
Oh, give a big kiss to everyone. Oh, and what should they do? Should they be positive?
Not positive.
Should they say good words only?
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you want to tell them? Sweetheart, please, there's so much sunlight. What else do you want to tell them? Give mama a kiss. Kiss. Are you happy mommy's not going to work? Mommy's spending a lot of time with you. Do you want mommy to go to the office?
Wait, are you wearing makeup?
I don't think so.
Let me see. Are you not? I thought that
You
was
see,
thing
because we are
thing
naturally
done.
beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Can I get on the trampoline?
Later on. Do you want mommy to go to work? Or you're so happy having mommy by you?
Yeah, happy to have Mama by me.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
cause
Why? They're watching you and listening. Why are you happy having mama by you?
Daddy never want Mama to go.
Oh, Destiny never want mama to go. Why? How is mama
'Cause
gonna work?
Mama's sweet.
Oh, mama's sweet.
And Daddy never want her family to go. Then Dad will be sad.
There's no be sad. She wants her family.
Yeah.
So is she having a great time with her family? Oh, I love you. Give mama kiss. Kiss. Give mama kiss. Mama is doing a video, okay?
Dada!
Okay, mama has to let you go now, okay? Say bye, everyone.
No,
You don't want to say bye.
I want to stay.
You want to stay with me? Okay, we're going to stay and then we round up, okay? Take that off your mouth. Good girl. Wonderful. So, that's it. I need to go now. My other calling. My daughter is here. I wish you all the best. We can always make the best. And a kiss to everyone. If I were working, I wouldn't have this treasured moment.
Love you guys.
Live life in the now.
Bye-bye.
Make the very
My
best.
mama said bye-bye.
Your mama says bye-bye. Can I just finish, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Okay, let me finish and say bye to them. Thank you all. Make the very best. What she will have tomorrow are the experiences. The love. The relationship. The cherished moments. And we can do that just now.
And we can do that just now.
You can't spend your time listening to all the negativity.
You can't spend your time listening to all the negativity.
Okay, darling, I love you. God bless you all. And
God
remember
bless
again.
you all. I'll remember again.
Okay, sweetheart, this is very important. Now let mommy say it.
This is very important. Now let Mama say it.
All right. Yeah, she's training up to be a motivational speaker as well. I love you all. I've got to leave you now. I'm gonna spend time with my wonderful children. It's such a blessing. This is one of the reasons I wake up every morning. I need to live. Look at positively, impact them with the situation. Give them the best of you. No one can take your place. No house help. This is a time for some people in career that maybe you are having the time to spend with your own children. Embrace that. I heard about people once, where I come from, they were complaining when children could not go to school again. You see the mindset. For me, it's not like they don't go to school. The truth is, the greatest lessons we learn in life or the school is the school of life, which never ends. So the fact that we can spend time with these children, I don't miss the fact that they don't go to school. They've learned so much. She's learned a lot more staying at home than she would ever have learned if she's been going to school. We've had incredible time to impact them. Look at the best and do what you can do, sweetheart. Don't do that, okay? And do what you can do. Love you all and God bless you.
God bless you. Love you and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you all. You have to come to the camera, sweetheart.